Okay. I know, I'm streaming very, very late today. I know. This is very unacceptable from Little Trump. Very disgraceful. Very disgraceful indeed. I know. Yes. Why the fuck am I floating? Anywho, alright. Favorite new grounded creature. So that would mean the rust beetle, the potato beetle, both earwigs, and the cricket, I believe, are the new ones. Technically, the orc brood mother is new, but like, go fuck yourself. She's a returning boss. Alright. We are going to treat her. We are going to treat her as such.
I'm not picky.
That one did a front flip. Or a side flip, rather. There we go. I love how my Gorals keep getting more and more overpowered with each New Game Plus. Makes 0 sense, but I do not give a fat flying fuck.
You're not gonna catch me.
Oh, yeah, I completely forgot. I went ahead and had to enable voice lines for a specific thing. Dialogue volume, you're going all the way down. Sorry, but that's just how that's gonna work. And I completely forgot to make my reticle visible again. It's about 20% that it's normally at. Okay. Okay. I did also find a very, very interesting note about the quantum toast thing. Y'all who do not follow up with grounded lore are probably very confused by what the hell I just said. For context, Quantum Toast is basically what gets you. It's made from the Remixer, which is how you get into New Game Plus. And I found some very interesting information relating to the remixer. Particularly that there is a, get this, looming threat inside of it. Sound familiar? 'Cause it should. A looming threat was the exact synopsis used to describe the enemy in Grounded 2. And I mean the enemy, not the masked stranger, because she is not our enemy. She is merely just an anti-hero. I'm talking about the actual villain of Grounded 2. It was described as a looming threat, and Wendell, well, he says that there is an unknown threat within, or perhaps it's a figment of his imagination, but he can't tell. Which is interesting, to say the least. Let me see if I can try to pull it up in a moment of safety. Wendell, Quantum Toast. Okay, we don't want that. In developing unsettling news, I fear the repeated occurrence of this switcheroo is having some compounding effects on space-time in this little corner of the yard. One can't help but wonder if subtle cracks might be forming in a plasma globe, or if it is merely a trick of the light. Could they foretell an existential threat? Existential. Fucking hell, I don't know how to speak. An existential threat, or an invitation to the unknown. Time will tell if this phenomenon will become a tragic testament to human hubris, or a mirage in the desert of our understanding. The uncertainty lingers thick like cartoon scent trail of immaculately toasted bread. Here's the thing. I know what y'all are gonna immediately try and say. Oh, he's just referring about the infused creatures. No, he's not. He's been to several other New Game Pluses. First, the bad news. It has become clear that I simply cannot pluck the smooth skin from alternate dimensions Wendell's. They've all undergone the very same fate, which means he himself has been through New Game Plus, like, at least 4 times, and gotten to the man each time, plus killed all the bosses. So Wendell has canonically gone ahead and killed, like, New Game Plus 4 bosses. So is the Masked Stranger. So they are already leagues above all the teens combined. But that brings up a question. If he's already seen infused creatures, what the hell is this existential threat that he's talking about? Because not once does he refer to the side effects of any of his experiments as a threat. He refers to them as byproducts. What he's talking about is a malleable entity that can physically become alive and harm us. I mean, am I onto something, chat? Am I cooking? Am I cooking with the theories, or am I stupid? I personally think I am mega cooking with that theory. So, again, just an interesting detail I have not seen anybody mention yet. Why did that tick sound like it was an ear rape tick? What the hell? That did not work. Yeah, just found that interesting. I don't find the wasp drones interesting, though. I find them annoying. Okay, dude. That's sad. And tragic. And stinky. And dinky. And dinky. Yo, I found a new way to get up here that's actually kind of goated. Okay. Definitely do not mind myself some 6,000 raw science. That's enough to dupe quite a lot of stuff. I cannot lie. Jump that, you can run up it. Which I always found incredibly strange. Like, how are we able to run up this? Like, you need to get onto the very specific angle first, but you can run up it. I know you can. I've done it before. I've never fallen off of it before. I am literally regressing in terms of skill. That's tragic. I'm gonna have to cook up a Violet video at some point. Just go over literally everything we know about her. Some popular theories, debunking them, maybe proving some others right, and overall canon information that we know about her too. And then I'll also give a bunch of information that's like, okay, this is almost certainly canon, and if it's not, Obsidian, you better have a really good fucking explanation as to why it's not. Like, the fact that Violet's been to New Game Plus. Obsidian has to have a really good explanation as to how she has not been to New Game Plus, if she hasn't been. Because not only is she able to teleport with the same magical powers as the telepodies, but she also has 2,100 health. Something only possible if you've not just been to New Game Plus, but been to New Game Plus 14. Not Little League New Game Plus. High tier. Officially placing her at, like, top 1 in terms of power levels so far. Aside from maybe that existential threat that Wendell keeps talking about. That might be the only thing that actually places above Violet. And to be fair, it would be... That would make sense based off how she's acting. Because there is a threat that she states we can't even comprehend, and Wendell literally states it might be a figment of his imagination, meaning, you know, he's having trouble comprehending it. So, you know, that would be fitting. All this for one stanky ass toenail. Got to love it. No, it should be somewhere about up here, right? I can't remember. Or is it over here? Oh, no, it's right there. I remember it now. Yeah. There it is. All that for a single toenail. Gotta love it. I was about to say, not in a million years you're reaching me from there. I'm just curious to see what this existential threat is. Man, I gotta master saying that word. Existential. I'm gonna go home real quick. Just to see what tier 3 resources we even have in the world. And what tier 3 resources we need. I also got a majority of the tier 3 sets down in Grounded 2 as well. Don't know if I mentioned that last stream. I was just grinding today to pretty much finish that up. And hard stuff, right? Damn. Damn. When we say tier 3 resources, this is pretty much what I need. Or what I mean. So toenails, pine cones, charcoal. I said that in the wrong order entirely. But that is what I do mean. Is those. Here. I guess we could try harvesting for lint too. Really just any tier 3 resource. Give it as well. Okay, most of it in the trenches is respawned. That's cool. Lint, I'm assuming none of it has. There's some there. That's interesting. Where are you? Should single. Okay. Undershed should be available then. Charcoal, let's be real here. This is not respawned. Yeah. Muscle sprouts, those likely have. Yup, they indeed have respawned. Pine cones. There are none on the map. Literally none. That sucks. Salt? Salt, I don't think would have, right? Yeah, no. That leaves toenails, which I know most of the locations off heart. We are not dead ass. Oh, we fucking are. It's the only one spot on the map. That's in the Widows. No. That fucking sucks. Well, wish me luck, chat. Because yes, I do have the exact crazy idea you don't want me to do. Or maybe some of you want me to, because you want to see me die. Not in real life. At least not hopefully. Dude, why is it ear rape for me? Yeah, that does not sound right to my damn ears. Sounds like someone is trying to blow a fucking hole through my eardrums. Can I not fall off randomly for no reason at all? Can I not fall off through literal solid matter? Who knew? Not completely disobeying the laws of physics would be a big ask. What setting is my microphone at? I don't know what I did on my end, but I fixed it. Well, for me. I don't know how it sounds for you guys. Probably did not change. Fuck. We are not dead ass. That Widowling has as much health as a normal Widow on WoW. That's fucking crazy. We are on New Game Plus 3. Holy. Also, I found the most broken way to deal with any orc creature. Simply, Axel's Talon, Volatile Capacitor. That's it. That's all you need. You do not need anything else to absolutely annihilate everything in your path. I swear, it's so busted using them against orc creatures. A level 3 Axel's Talon with a Volatile Capacitor will genuinely, and I'm not kidding when I say this, it'll deal, like, it's enough to basically 5-tap the Whipper Earwigs. I'll just say it like that. Hit 2 of them at the same time? Cool, you just 5-tap 2 earwigs. At the same time. You ever wanted to 2-tap Black Soldier Ants? Now you can. It is busted. I don't want to hear anybody else say it isn't, because it is. And that is the end of that. Bad. Okay, completely ignore everything here. Oh, hello. Hello, the one. Hopefully I've not been keeping you waiting too long. I don't think I have, given the factor message is still up on stream for me. Anyways, welcome back. It has been a while, hasn't it? I'm in the big leagues of New Game Plus 3 now. Finally got the milk. Nice. Now, are you I'm assuming you're referring to what I think you're referring to and not to milk molars. Yeah, I've been quite good. Also, how have you been? We should probably start off with that. How have you been? Because it has been a while. A real long while. You're able to hear me, right? Yeah. Okay. Should be able to. Unless I've completely fucked stream volume. Nope, I have not. Okay. Where? I need my cone. Where is my most busted cone of all time? It is literally the best overall cone I have for the infected broodmother. Look at this disgusting ass combo. Fresh damage up best plus boss damage. But it took me 1 month to find the suspicious white tooth. No. Yeah. I'm at that stage right now. I mean, like, damn well over 20 in-game days ago. I'm already a third of the way through this New Game Plus, which is scary to think about. But, yeah, I'm also sat at 1 milk molar left. Fucking sucks. I'm assuming it's inside of the Brony Boy bin, because I have not opened it yet. But only time will tell. Only time will tell. Milk molar grind has never been pleasant. I'll tell you that much. My game glitched and my game glitched. Oh my god. The game glitched and the white tooth was underground? What? That's just mean. You and you are easy. Okay. I had a Termite King glitch inside of the wall yesterday. It was funny, but also annoying because I couldn't loot him. Oh, hell no, dude. Man, I miss the dodge from Grounded too. I hate that it's not a thing in 1. Damn you, Grounded 2 exclusive features. And there's 2 more. I thought I would get them, but they're even more annoying. No. That's terrible. My average Grounded 2 experience has pretty much just been equally as bad. Earwigs are an absolute pain in the ass to fight. I don't know if you've seen, but they have an attack that's glitched right now. And, yeah, you're only able to block with shields. It's honestly pretty bad. Yeah. Gosh. Boy. What are we doing? They're not. What does that? No, you don't. Earwigs are more annoying than the mites, in my opinion. Dude, mites were never annoying to me. Larva, though. Larva. No, earwigs are definitely more annoying than larva to me. They're more lethal, too. In fact, they're lethal to a point where it's, like, actually infuriating. Forgot about larva. Yeah, larva, especially infected larva and ladybird larva, are bad. I say ladybird larva are the worst because infected larva you kind of have to seek them out yourself. And regular larva, if you genuinely find them annoying, you might have a skill issue. I'm not gonna lie. They are among some of the easiest enemies to kill in this game. They're even easier to kill them too. But ladybird larva, oh, especially during the Coltana defense, they are a pain in the ass. And don't even get me started on the Black Ant soldiers and the raids, man. Oh my god. One-on-one, earwigs are definitely the worst, but if we have multiples of them in a group, Black Ant soldiers are a new kind of infuriating. I never thought I would feel in Grounded 2. It's like, why the fuck are we green-lighting the idea that motherfucking Black Ants get to shoot a projectile that does more damage than any other boss, any other attack in the game? Black Ant soldiers have the single highest attack potency of any creature in Grounded 2. Oh my, yeah, that's the signature larva move, dude. Or better yet, you try to fight an ox beetle, and it's like, yeah, no, but what about if, like, 10 larvae just showed up for no reason at all? Other than just to piss you off and get you killed, of course. No biggie. It's like, what the fuck do you mean, no biggie? Where did you come from? Who invited this guy? Get her out. Nobody cares. Man, I have been just... I'm not gonna lie, I've been gushing over the Masked Stranger the past few weeks, though. Because I have learned some very crucial information that not only proves Violet does not... The wasps made me mad when I was trying to get my buggy. I don't know if this is just me. I don't think the wasps are that bad in Grounded 2. I genuinely, like, don't get me wrong, they're annoying at times. But all creatures have that baseline annoying in Grounded 2, right? Wasps are just like, you have to go out of your way to get to them, and even still, it's like, cool. They're weak as hell. That might just be me, though. Continuing my thought, though. There is an interesting note, particularly from here. And I feel like I have a pretty good grasp on the Masked Stranger. I don't think she's Employee 555, because we physically see that Pete is a part of the junior program. And it is constantly acknowledged that the characters are too underage to work. That would be illegal. They're able to volunteer as an apprentice. They're not allowed to work. Employee implies you have a job there. I don't think the Masked Stranger is Employee 555, considering she's confirmed to be underage to even drive, meaning she's only 15. That being said, I do think she's the 15. A, she has the Coltana. B, she has both Scabbies. She has the Scabby from Grounded 1 and Grounded 2. Which is curious. Because last time I checked, only the Grounded 1 teens have the Grounded 1 Scabbies. Second to last, she has 2,100 health. Something only possible in New Game Plus 14. 14! I'm barely at 3. And last but not least, her teleporting ability is the exact same as the good old telepotties. Meaning she herself is infused. She also states in a pipe that she has troops that will kill you. You need to turn back because they will, and she does not want that. But she also talks about a looming threat we can't comprehend yet. What's most horrifying, though? This looming threat was hinted at in Grounded 1. Take a look here. Right here, we're able to see we cannot simply pluck the smooth skin off other Wendels. Wendell has been to multiple different New Game Pluses. He knows what an infused creature is, okay? So this threat I'm about to talk about is not just an infused creature. Now, let's look at this. In developing unsettling news, I fear the repeated occurrence of this switcheroo is having some compounding effects on space-time in this little corner of the yard. One can't help but wonder if the subtle cracks might be forming in the plasma globe or if it's merely a trick of the light. Could they foretell an existential threat or innovation to the unknown? Or an inventation to the unknown? Now, the interesting thing is, you could argue that this is Wendell trying to state the byproducts of the remixer, but I don't think that's the case because he claims in some of the notes that you have byproducts. I must know if this is a byproduct of the particle that originates from the subject. A byproduct. He does not call this a threat. He calls it a byproduct. But here, he refers to a threat. I mean, I feel like I'm onto something here. I can't lie. Then again, I might just be talking out of my ass. What is she doing? Okay. Goliath bird eater tarantula? Possibly. Though, it's heavily hinted that Violet gave Axel the scar, and sure, Axel's like a third of the size of a Goliath bird eater, but I don't know. There was like a special gooey science area that resembled the remixer. I'm about to sneeze. Fuck no, I hate sneezing. So I mean, maybe it could be a Goliath bird eater, but it couldn't just be a Goliath bird eater, because the Masked Stranger and Wendell both have exceptional fighting skill. Wendell has been to, at bare minimum, New Game Plus 2, because he says multiple Wendells, right? So he's killed the New Game Plus 2 Mantis and Wasp Queen. He's proficient in combat. Really proficient in combat. The Masked Stranger has beaten the New Game Plus 14 infected Broodmother. She is probably top 1 in the verse, aside from maybe this looming threat. What if this looming threat isn't a singular threat? What if it is an army of ogre creatures? We do see that there is an ogre rebellion, and if they are experimenting on the type of stuff that I think they are, it is possible that we have infused ogre creatures, and we do have an Axel 2.0 update. What if there is an infused ogre Goliath bird eater? It's a stretch. It is a stretch. But that Tier 4 Huntsman Spider needs to be added, by the way. Yeah. Oh, fucking hell. I hate sneezing. Not my dumbass sneezing over 5 times in a row. Six times now. Holy. Okay. I ain't having another infected brood mother battle all over again, but harder. To be fair though, Axel's easy. Axel's a lot easier than the brood mother, at least in my opinion. I don't know if that's just me. I don't know, maybe I'm just the sweatiest sweat. But an infected Axel would definitely give us a run for our money. That is for sure. Nice try. I would not play the game if that happened. That would be a bit unfortunate. Not again. Am I the only person that genuinely doesn't find the infected broodmother difficult? I might be. I'm still completely unsure how I managed to beat her first try. Dumbfounded. It was on medium. I'm not gonna claim that I killed her first try in WoW. But I did kill her first try on medium. I don't know how I did it. It wasn't difficult, I just hate it because the game lags so bad. That's honestly, that is a 100% valid reason to hate a fight. Disgusting. Why are you awake? Aren't you supposed to sleep 24/7, Miss Orb Weaver? Isn't that your job? Please just be... You are not fucking buried treasure, dude. I'd freeze mid-parry. Dude, that was my experience with the new PTB boss. Or the new Toxic Tangle fight. I lagged for a couple of attacks and it just forced me to get hit. Violet still went down first try though. This time on WoW. Though, to be fair, I feel like she was holding back compared to the first fight. She intentionally nerfed her weapon. She made her most lethal parry attack completely unharmed, or like completely harmless. And then she goes ahead and removes half her moveset. She deliberately did all this, by the way. You cannot tell me that she intentionally nerfed herself. Or did not intentionally nerf herself. What's up with you first trying everything? I didn't first try the Scorpion. I'll tell you that much. It took me like 40 plus attempts to get even like halfway down. Well, I got her halfway down in my first attempt, and then all of a sudden I just couldn't get any hits in. I also did not even come close to first trying the first Masked Stranger fight. She humbled my bitch ass. And I mean, rightfully so. She is the strongest entity in the franchise so far. Makes sense that she would whoop my ass. But other than that, I don't know. I also didn't come anywhere close to one shot or first trying the Mantis in Grounded 1. It took me like well over 150 fights to even get down to consistently beating her. And a Widow? Oh my days. Don't even talk about that. Widows were a disaster to learn, and that was pre-Death's Impetus. Post-Death's Impetus, when she speeds up? Yeah. Bro probably liked it when he got stepped on. Okay, dude. Violet may be my favorite grounded character, but no. Just no. And besides, it's Willow she steps on. Because yes, Violet does have a thing for Willow, though unfortunately Willow does not reciprocate because she rather Peter Boggs. Which is the exact reason that Violet makes it her very life mission to hate on Pete whenever possible. Literally screaming, "Get out!" Never would I have ever thought a grounded villain would say "get out" because of teen love. Gotta love it. Though, to be fair, if I were an angsty teen like her, and my goth girl crush was taken from me, I would probably be a little upset and jelly too. I'm not gonna lie. The Peter Parker, the goat. No. Seriously, it's painfully obvious that she favoritizes Willow and just hates on Pete, though. I love it. It's so funny to see them beef. And then Willow's just dissing them both. While also simultaneously being way too lovey-dovey for Pete. Hit my fucking nose. Aye. Pete steps on any girl. Hold up. Pete steps on any girl, just how you absolutely made a fool of Axel. So if that's true, how come Violet beats him in a one-on-one fight? While holding back, while using a 14th% of her power, while also further reducing that to 10%, she's still able to whoop his ass. Remember, it takes the combined efforts of the team to take down what is effectively 1/140th of her power. Listen, he held his punches. So did Violet. I get Pete apparently canonically beat the New Game Plus Mantis. No, not New Game Plus Mantis. Peter Parker? As for Peter Parker, I mean, it depends on what Peter we're talking about. Movie Peter Parker? I'm sorry, Violet is slamming. She's able to rip holes in the fabrics of reality. Remember, she got to New Game Plus 14, and literally everything in New Game Plus 14 can rip holes in the fabrics of reality. And she destroys them all at once. As for comp Spider-Man, though, yeah, Violet's got no chance. Comic comp Spider-Man, Peter Parker destroys. If we're going off literally all the movie Spider-Mans, though, Violet destroys. It just depends on what version we're using, really. And even then, I would say it's kind of... I would still say it's kind of debatable for comic Spider-Mans. I'd say he probably wins, though. I do need to get the muscle sprouts. That is true. Just remember that. Also, remember how I made that short a while back detailing how large Axel is? Well, I have an updated size for him because I didn't realize that the wolf spiders are like 12% or like 20% larger than they were in Grounded 1. Peter Griffin, Peter Parker, Pete. What do we mean by this? There's only one comp version. Luffy Gear 5. No. No. I'm sorry. Luffy Gear 5 is not coming close to Violet. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let them cook. No, I don't think I will. Muscle sprouts. Hooray! Luffy Gear 5 is a literal god. Literally made everything in a bouncy ball. I'm failing to see how that's capable of overpowering things that can just... Okay, let me give you a little breakdown of what New Game Plus entails, okay? First off, Violet is able to interchangeably travel between dimensions, okay? So already, she has the power to warp reality such in a way that she can just completely rip through the fabrics of all existence to just warp herself to another plane of dimension entirely. Alright? But furthermore, she's capable of taking down entities such as the infused infected broodmother, which are capable of completely destroying all fabrics of reality. She is able to take down hordes of these things at a time. So, to recap, Violet is capable of taking down several multiversal level threats without even breaking a sweat. By the overall term that you're describing Gear 5 Luffy to be at, he is quite literally maybe capable of destroying a universe at best. Violet can destroy things that can destroy multiple universes, multiples of those at the same time without breaking a sweat. Violet is stronger. Dorite? What is Dorite? What is Dorite? One Punch Man? Maybe. I don't know much about it. One Punch Man himself one punches. I mean, that's literally his whole gimmick. He one punches almost anything in fiction without breaking a sweat. That's literally his whole gimmick. I don't know what a Dorite is, though. I don't know what Dorite is, so I can't say. One Punch Man, one punches, though. What is Dorite capable of? Tell me and I may consider her cooked. You gotta give me something good, though. What are we doing, man? Saying direct. What are we talking about here? Hold up. You could have literally just told me it was One Punch Man himself. You could have literally just told me it was his right fist. You did not need to make this confusing. Yeah, Violet is in fact cooked then. Literally all you had to say was One Punch Man or Saitama's right fist. Alright, dude. Alright. Alright. Okay, Boomer. What is this mosquito placement? You gotta be fucking kidding. Buddy, can you get the fuck out of here? Apparently not. Dude, what are we doing? How is she healing? What about the God Stick? That is a normal stick at first, but has a training arc that destroys multiple universes in seconds. Even milliseconds. Okay. I mean, that would be on par with Violet. Her canonical strength. Because remember, the infected broodmother is able to attack faster than the mantis, which the mantis can canonically attack in nanoseconds. Nanoseconds. Over 54 times faster than the blink of an eye. The infected broodmother is able to speed blitz the mantis. I wasn't done. Okay. Just explaining my point of view, though, for Violet. The infected broodmother is able to speed blitz the mantis, which is able to speed blitz something 50 times faster than the blink of an eye. Right? Okay, let me just go ahead and calc this. So about 50 milliseconds divided by 50, that'd be about 1 millisecond. And the infected broodmother attacks about like 5 times faster. So divide this by 5. Cool. Violet's able to speed blitz the infected broodmother, just due to pure skill alone. So again, divide that by another 5 times. So 0.4 milliseconds. What is this? Okay. About 2,000 nanoseconds, would it be? Yeah, about 2,000. Yeah, it would be within the nanosecond range that Violet's able to attack and completely wipe out entities that can destroy entire universes instantly. Multiple at the same time, too. Alright. I will let you cope with your typing. It has 100 meters after images. Okay. No, that's enough to speed blitz Violet. That is for sure. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a second. Hold up. I gotta actually repurpose the calc. Okay, hold up. Let me properly do this. How fast? Okay, so about 0.1 divided by 50. Okay, we have that. Actually, no, we would have to do 1,000 divided by 50. Wait, no, it'd be 1. 1 over 20 then? Hold up. No, it'd be 50 divided by 1,000. Okay, hold up. Hold up. I'm getting my calcs down. Be 100 divided by 1,000, 0.1 seconds. Divided by 50. That's pretty small. But the mantis takes like 2 seconds to attack from our perspective, which, keep in mind, is this speed in seconds, right? So if the mantis takes this much time, this stick has 100 million times health of the max brood mother. I mean, didn't exactly stop Violet from killing the infected brood mother. Sure, she doesn't, because I get that the stick would have that much more health, and I'm not saying she 100% beats him. I'm just trying to see how fast she'd move to see if she would even be able to react. Okay, so from our perspective, it takes about like 2 seconds, so twice, damn. Infinite strength, technically Violet also has infinite strength. Infinite evolution factor too. She's also capable of teleporting millions of times faster than light speed. Either way. Okay. And then we'd have to divide this by, what, 4? And then divide it by another 5. Right? Divide it by another 5. That divides it into 50. And then we have to divide that by 50 in order to get her actual reaction time. Anything dies within 2 meters. Goddamn. Yeah, Violet might be cooked. I'm not gonna lie. She might be cooked. Okay. This is our theoretical casual reaction time, is this amount of seconds. Now, that's overall combat speed, which is pretty good. Let's see. Here, you said it was the God Stick? Okay. God damn. That is kind of crazy. What is this from? Gotta love how there's just this infused mosquito right here. And we just don't care. We just don't care. I mean, hate on Pete. Yeah. Realistically speaking, from what you're describing, I don't see a way Violet's coming out of this alive. To be fair, a lot of anime characters are just... They're overpowered to a point where it's stupid. They're overpowered to a point where the only thing that's capable of beating them is a 10-year-old's OC that's Solo's fiction. That's just the reality. Alive does not describe it. All right, let me kill this infused mosquito. This thing is getting on my nerves. Yay, we're halfway done. All because this bitch keeps healing for zero reason. And has high defense, meaning she takes 3 times longer to kill. My grounded OC Abaddon still solos though. Oi, 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 oi. Where the fuck are you going? Yay. Ow. That's cringe. I just want to read chat. You're still the mosquito. Oi. You are not running your bitch ass away. Oh no. Every single person who knows them, their memories are wiped. Joke's on you. Abaddon's already got their memories wiped. Joke's on you. Goddamn. Ow. Can you survive the God Stick? All I have to do is not think about them. Trust. I'm definitely not saying that to make myself feel better about the fact I am instantaneously screwed. Though, Abaddon cooks. Abaddon absolutely cooks this fodder stick. quote-unquote fodder, I should say. In reality, Abaddon is just way too OP. Oh my days. I'm not making it anywhere with these jumps. I could be its friend. Oh, well, that is fair. I guess I could get my enemies killed with that. Who do we think we are? Huh? Ma'am? Nice try. Hold up. There is absolutely no new comments. I got bamboozled by my chat scrolling backwards. And I mean my YouTube itself scrolled backwards. Bye. Bye. Hope you enjoyed the scream. The scream? The scream! Hope you enjoyed the stream. Have a good rest of your day or night, whatever it may be. What in the... You were not making it up here. Stop. Oh my days. He actually... Okay. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You were right. I was wrong. You, in fact, made it up here. Oh my god. Get this man out of here. Why am I falling? Every time. We're not doing that all over again. Can I stop falling at the literal worst possible times to fall? Oh my days. Well, I hope you enjoyed this rather lackluster episode. If you liked the stream, like it. If you disliked it, dislike it. And for those of you watching the VODs, peace.